Alright, so if you logged into pretty much anything yesterday, you already know what's going on. Pre-orders for GTA 6 finally went live, and Rockstar didn't just quietly flip a switch and call it a day. They dropped 68 brand new screenshots of the game at the exact same time. 68 of them, in one go. And normally, a screenshot drop is exciting for about 5 minutes, and then everybody moves on with their day. Not this time. People have been zooming into every single one of these frame by frame, and the amount of detail crammed into them is kind of ridiculous. We're talking rust on bolts, grease under a guy's fingernails, the way light bounces off the water and lands on the side of a boat, stuff you would never catch on a first look. So I went through all of them, every single one. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the details you probably missed, the little teasers sitting in the background, and a few things the community caught that I genuinely have not been able to stop thinking about. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's just get into it. Okay, so first thing you need to understand. Most of these new shots came out alongside the Ultimate Edition reveal, so a big chunk of them are showing off vehicles, businesses, and customization, which already tells you a lot about how deep this game is going to go. But the cool part isn't the marketing. It's everything Rockstar accidentally showed us in the corners of these images. Let's start with the two people this whole thing is about. Jason and Lucia. There's this gorgeous golden hour shot of them standing back to back, palm trees behind them, birds in the sky, and if you look way off in the distance, there's a tiny helicopter just hanging there over the city. Jason's got the yellow tinted shades and a flamingo print shirt. Lucia's in this maroon corduroy jacket with braids, and the lighting on their faces is doing that thing where you can see individual flyaway hairs catching the sun. Then there's a second shot of the two of them leaning on a green classic sports car with the Vice City skyline behind them. And this is where it gets interesting, because Lucia is casually holding a pistol in this one. A custom engraved pistol. And that little detail actually connects to one of the coolest things in the whole drop, so hold that thought, because there's a separate screenshot that is just two pistols laid out next to a pool at night, and the detail on these is insane. There's a candle flickering, a money clip stuffed with hundreds, a little red card that looks like some kind of hotel or member's card, and a single bullet sitting on the concrete. But the guns themselves are the story here. The top one is Jason's. It's a classic military-style sidearm, and the slide is engraved with the name J. Duval. That's Jason Duval, that's his full name. But here's the part the internet went crazy over. The grip is engraved with the words Sua Sponte, and right under it, Airborne. And real quick, as a little side fact, Sua Sponte is the official motto of the US Army's 75th Ranger Regiment. It's Latin, it basically means of their own accord. So that one engraving pretty much reconfirms what people have been saying for a while now. Jason has a military background, probably special forces. It's a small touch, but it's Rockstar quietly telling you who this guy used to be before Vice City. Anyway, moving on. The bottom pistol is Lucia's, and it's the complete opposite energy. It's this deep red color, the slide says Lucia in cursive, and there's a pink rose painted on the grip. And this actually ties back to that subreddit post going around where someone listed a bunch of details people missed. One of the things they pointed out was how the engraving on Lucia's grip has real depth to it. Like, the metal is actually cut and raised, not just a flat texture slapped on top. You can see the shadows sitting inside the carving. That's the kind of thing that makes a screenshot look like a real photo instead of a video game render. Now let's talk cars, because Rockstar showed off a bunch and every single one is hiding something. First up, the Vapid Buggy. This thing is a beat-up muscle car turned into an off-road monster. Big chunky tires, a light bar on the roof, and it's absolutely caked in mud, blasting through a swamp with dirt flying everywhere. And on the door, it's got Wyman's World decals and a big number 6. That same subreddit post had this as detail number 1, and the thing they zoomed in on was the headlights. There's actual rust and decay built into the car, and you can see tiny sand and dirt particles sitting inside and on top of the headlight glass. Not a texture. Actual little bits of grime layered in there. They also pointed out a second shot where the tire is pressing down into wet ground, and the dirt is deforming around it with the right weight to it. The car looks heavy. It sinks in like it actually has mass. That's a physics thing, not just a pretty picture. And that Wyman's World branding is not random, because there's a whole separate screenshot set at Wyman's World Auto Salvage. It's this junkyard with a sign that says "Parts Bought and Sold," with a 305 phone number on it, which by the way is the Miami area code, so that's Rockstar reminding you exactly where we are. And standing in the middle of it is this mechanic dude who has become an instant legend. He's got a mullet, aviators pushed up on his head, a redwood visor, a dirty tank top, grease all over his arms, and he's grinning right at the camera. And here's the detail. He's missing a front tooth. There's a gap right there in his smile. And this connects to a running joke from that same Reddit thread, where someone jokingly called out the realistic tooth detail in the game. People were laughing about it, but it's actually a real flex. Rockstar modeled individual messed up teeth on a background character you'd walk past in 2 seconds. Behind him, you've also got a muscle car wrapped in an American flag, a red race car with a number 36 on the door, and a tow truck. This place is clearly going to be a hub for cars. Speaking of cars from Wyman's, there's a gorgeous yellow retro build called the Ganado. It's one of those classic coupe pickups, like an El Camino kind of body. Long hood, bed in the back. It's got orange and red racing stripes down the hood. 434 cubic inches written near the engine bay, which is telling you the engine size, and a little bull emblem on the grille. That bull is a nice touch because ganado literally means cattle in Spanish, so the badge matches the name. And this is actually the car from another detail in that Reddit post. Detail number 8 was volumetric tire smoke. And it's this ganado doing a little burnout where the smoke coming off the rear tire isn't a flat sprite. It's actual 3-dimensional smoke that has volume and rolls through the air. Small thing, looks incredible in motion. Now, if you want something fancier, there's the Grotti Cheetah. Grotti is basically the Ferrari of the GTA world, and this one is a white 80s supercar with a red stripe down the middle, parked outside a building called Pegassi Residences, South Tower. Pegassi is the Lamborghini brand, so they're flexing the luxury car brands as condo developments now. The whole shot is dripping in that retro Miami sunset look, pink and orange sky, palm trees, a curved Art Deco parking structure. If you grew up on Vice City, this one's gonna hit you right in the nostalgia. On the complete other end of the spectrum, there's a custom shop called Ride Out Customs, and the car they're showing off is pure Miami street culture. It's an old Albany, which is the classic American luxury brand in GTA, and it's been turned into a donk. Candy gold and green flake paint that shifts color in the light, sitting up on these massive gold spoke wheels with a spade pattern in the center. The paint has actual metal flake in it that sparkles. This tells me the customization in this game is gonna be deep, like proper subculture deep, not just pick a color and slap on a spoiler. Then there's my personal favorite name in the whole drop. There's a green off-road truck, and the screenshot is literally just called One-Eyed Willie. If you know, you know. That's the pirate from the Goonies. The truck is a Canis, which is the Jeep-style off-road brand. It's lifted on all-terrain tires, it's got a snake graphic running down the side, the word warning stamped across the front bumper, and toe shackles up front. It's sitting in this green-lit studio like it's posing for a magazine cover. Somebody at Rockstar is a Goonies fan, and I respect it. Okay, let's get on the water, because the boat shots are where the graphics really start showing off. There's this beautiful screenshot of a boat called the Squallow cruising through the bay at dusk with the full Vice City skyline lit up behind it. Purple and pink sky, neon glowing off a bridge, palm trees, and there's a chopper flying over the city in the background again. The boat itself has this pink to white gradient wrap with a palm leaf pattern, and the plate reads VB052205. Squallow is actually a returning name. We had a Squallow speedboat back in GTA 5 too, so that's a nice little callback for the Day 1 crowd. And by the way, Squallow is Italian for shark, which is why the Shih Tzu logo on it is a shark fin. There's a close-up of the side of that same boat, and this is the one that made me sit back a little. The light coming off the water is reflecting up onto the white hull, doing that rippling caustic thing you see on a real boat in real water. And the palm leaf pattern in the wrap is subtle and embossed so it catches the light differently across the surface. It's just a boat parked on some water and it looks like a photograph. Now the water stuff goes deeper because the community caught some genuinely nerdy details here. In that subreddit breakdown, detail number 3 was about water physics. There's a shot with 2 boats side by side. One of them is a Vice City police boat with 2 engines on the back. The other is a civilian boat with 1 engine. And people noticed the wake and the wave behavior is actually different between them. The boat with more engines is throwing a bigger, more violent spray, and the single-engine boat has a calmer trail. The water is responding to what's actually pushing it. That's not a copy-paste wave effect. And then there's the helicopter one, which is probably my favorite physics catch in the whole batch. There's a shot looking down at a chopper that's low over the water, and the downward force from the rotor blades is pushing the water into this perfect spiraling pattern underneath it. The blades are literally disturbing the surface. Rockstar built rotor wash into the water sim. That is the kind of thing 99% of players will never consciously notice, and they did it anyway. Oh, and one more water one that's pure comedy. Detail number 4 on that list was, and I quote, confirmed bird poop advanced sim. There's a seagull standing on the back of a boat, and there are little white droppings on the deck around it. So yeah, realistic bird mess is in the game. We made it, guys. Next gen. Let's talk about where you'll actually live, because there's a safe house shot and it's full of storytelling. It's a weathered wooden house up on stilts right by the water, classic Florida Keys style, teal paint peeling off the boards. There's a guy standing up on the deck. Underneath and around the house, you've got a yellow classic pickup parked in the sand, a dirt bike leaning on its stand, a red kayak propped against the wall, a satellite dish, potted plants, a trash can. It's lived in. It feels like somebody actually exists here. And that ties into 2 more details from the Reddit post. Detail number 5 was contextual wearing and usage marks. They found a little step stool or jack stand under a car that has actual scuffs and paint rubbed off exactly where you'd grab it or step on it. The wear is in the right spots. And detail number 6 was just a quiet little back house garden with a table and chairs set up near the water behind one of these properties. No reason for it to be there other than to make the world feel real. Now here's where you start to see how much customization is coming, because Rockstar showed off a bunch of businesses. First, there's a tattoo parlor called Electric Fang. The sign is this red neon wolf head in a runic kind of font. There's a guy in a white ski mask leaning on a sport bike out front at night. And through the window, you can see the flash art covering the walls inside and the chairs where you'd get inked. So tattoos are a customization thing. You're going to be able to walk into a shop and get work done. Then there's a hair salon, and this one's called Sarah's Unisex Salon. And the reason this matters is the screenshot shows Jason with a completely different haircut. He's rocking a fresh mullet, spiked up, way different from his usual look. Lucia's there too with a new style. The window's got the phone number with a 786 area code, which is another Miami number. So haircuts are in, and you'll be changing your look at actual barbershops. Inside, you can even spot the hair color chart on the wall. There's a clothing and street culture vibe too. There's a screenshot tied to a store called PTT, and it's this whole scene. A pink and teal dirt bike doing a smoky burnout inside a garage, a shirtless guy off to the side with gold chains and a custom pink and green pistol skin, a kid kneeling down filming the whole thing on his phone, and a crowd in the back all recording. It feels like a real underground bike meet. And the fact that the guns have custom paint jobs and skins in a scene like that tells you weapon customization is gonna be a thing too. Keeping the art theme going, there's a shot called Stock 305. 305, again, Miami. And it's set in what's clearly the arts district, like Wynwood. There's a van completely wrapped in this trippy black and white optical illusion mural made of eyeballs, with Stockyard Art Tour written on the side. The whole background is covered in colorful street murals. It's a real part of Miami, and they recreated the energy of it perfectly. And then there's the one that's just genuinely charming. It's tied to a brand called Good Time Gear, and it's Jason and Lucia wearing matching Vice City tourist merch, souvenir tees and trucker hats with a cartoon pink alligator on them. The gator's wearing purple sunglasses and a little blazer and holding a cocktail, and it says Vice City Leonida under it. Leonida is the state the game takes place in. By the way, Vice City is the city. Leonida is the state. And behind them, there's a giant Greetings from Vice City mural with the same gator mascot on it. It's couple goals, honestly. 2 of the most wanted people in the state walking around in matching tourist hats. Now, there's one more batch I've got to show you, and it might be the most Vice City thing in the entire drop. There's a separate set of shots for something called the Vintage Vice City Pack. And if you pre-order, this is the stuff you actually get. It's a throwback bundle, old school outfits, a classic car, and a custom weapon finish. And it leans all the way into the 80s. Let's start with the one that's gonna make the OG fans lose it. There's a shot of Jason and Lucia all dressed up, standing in front of a glowing pink neon sign that reads Ocean View Hotel. And if that name rings a bell, it should. The Ocean View Hotel was Tommy Vercetti's very first safe house in the original GTA Vice City, all the way back in 2002. So Rockstar is straight up putting it back in the game, lit up in neon, and posing the brand new duo right in front of it. That is a love letter to the people who have been here since day one. And the looks themselves are full Miami Vice meets Scarface. Lucia's got this red sequin halter dress and a big curly 80s afro, and she's holding a pistol like she runs the city. Jason's in a pastel blazer over a white Henley, light pink pants, feathered hair, and those tinted aviator glasses. He looks like he walked straight out of 1985. There's even a shot of the two of them slow dancing in a packed nightclub under purple lights, with all the other dancers blurred out behind them, and it's got this proper retro disco energy to it. And I have to point this out, there's an extreme close-up of Jason's face in this set that is borderline ridiculous. You can see individual eyelashes, the pores in his skin, little moles, the stubble on his jaw, even the weave of the fabric on his blazer, all of it sitting under this soft pink glow. That's not a character model. That is basically a photo of a guy. The car in the pack is the Vapid Stanier. It's a classic 50s American sedan, two-tone yellow and cream, white wall tires, a chrome grille a mile wide, with the Stanier name written in cursive on the fender. And there's this gorgeous shot of it rolling down a wet, neon-lit street at night, with all the signs reflecting off the pavement, and the two of them sitting inside. It's the kind of car you cruise in, not race, and it fits the whole vintage vibe perfectly. And then there's the weapon finish. The pack comes with this teal palm leaf pattern you can put on your guns. There's a shot of a pistol and a little SMG both wearing it, sitting on the back seat of a classic car right next to a duffel bag absolutely stuffed with cash. So even your guns get to match the tropical aesthetic. Very Vice City. So that's the pre-order pack. It's nostalgia bait in the best way possible. And it's Rockstar quietly telling you they know exactly who has been waiting over a decade for this. So if these screenshots are this packed with detail, I honestly cannot wait to see what the place looks like when it's actually moving. That's everything I caught across these new shots. If I missed anything, and with this many screenshots I probably did, drop it in the comments because I read them and I'll pin the best catches. And if you want me to keep breaking down every GTA 6 drop the second it lands, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll catch you in the next video.